Welsh and Scottish Open champion, the Tangside Terror, Gary Wilson. He's a former winner of this event, the record-breaking 8-time Masters and UK champion and 7-time champion of the world, the Rocket, Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Gary Wilson hoping to be the villain of the piece this afternoon, because the vast majority of this audience would love to see a virtuoso performance from the Rocket. Wilson will get the ball rolling.
Thank you, frame 14,
and Williams.
Ronnie O'Sullivan to break.
O'Sullivan 7-6. Wilson has dominated frame 13. 84 the second break. He was already 47 in front. They're both really going for it as well, aren't they? You know, they're taking on their shots, trying to make things happen.
Oh, it's a proper tear-up, isn't it, these two? And O'Sullivan usually is the player who wins these sort of matches when they go this way. Just hit the wrong side of that one. Needs a bit of help here. You don't know where anything's going to finish. It's not a simple red, this. You know, it looks easy, but the way he's cueing it from the cushion, cue ball coming down towards the bulk colours, it's not an absolute gimme to start. Nicely played. Obviously the black is always what O'Sullivan is eyeing up from the start of any break. See if he can get it into play. At the moment it is a little awkward, but it's not impossible he could free it. Red at the bottom, or the top of the bunch, is also on there, you can see.
3.
So it's an early in a frame, but it's still got to be worked upon. Balls are not exactly perfect.
4. Nine. 10. 15. 16. 22.
Yes, he's just looking at if the black was potable to the left corner from quite low on the right side, because he's got to think about what happens
23.
with the red that follows his blue. So he was thinking about 3 shots ahead there, whether he comes up with that for the shot. He's got to make a plan on going. Don't know if he can play the shot he was looking at to get on that black. Looks a bit close quarters
28.
down there.
$29.
Yeah. He played on it, but I'm not sure he is on it. No way. That is not possible. What an attempt. He tried to free the 3 reds or do something with those, although he's on that one to middle.
RonnieO'Sullivan, 35.
Well, the worst part about that shot, worse than missing, was the red coming back and disturbing the 3 reds and the black. And the old shoulder movement that went along with it.
Over to Gary Wilson then. To try and hit back in this frame.
One.
At the moment, it feels like they're having a sort of boxing match on the edge of a cliff. Every shot of every visit seems big.
Okay.
Certainly need the player going into their shell. Both going for it.
9.
Yeah, that was also a good red to play on, wasn't it? The one that was blocking off the black. Sullivan, I think he's more than a little bit concerned. But one thing he will be noting is that his opponent is not intimidated by him.
16. 17.
Now, the chance to go into the 5 reds with the red out in open play, always there as your backup. A lovely player, he really is, and he's in absolutely terrific form.
24. 25.
Yeah, I mentioned obviously from the northeast there was a guy there, Stan Chambers, who did coaching clinics and ran junior tournaments, just gave youngsters the opportunity to play snooker, to learn about snooker. Such an important figure, I know, in Gary's life. Sadly, Stan passed away a couple of years ago, but he always mentions him. The 3 ranking events he's won, he's always mentioned Stan Chambers in his victory speech.
33.
Just playing at a great pace as well, isn't he? He's not sort of hesitantly walking into the shot, worried about missing.
Just a little bit nervy on that
39.
last shot, though, wasn't he? He wasn't certain it was going to go in off the top jaw, and he ever so slightly overrun.
$40.
I feel that the tension is beginning to mount in this break. He's coped well with scoring what he has, but this is the point where the frame can be won. Got to keep going.
$47. 48.
Now, if you're going to play into the pink here and just play the cannon to free the red below it. Beautiful, beautiful little cannon, delightful.
55. 56.
Yeah, Sullivan took on that red to right middle. It came back, it disturbed the reds. Left one on for Wilson. And now what a chance. He's not got much more to do. 2 more pots, in fact, to level the match. Just let that one run a little bit as well, didn't he?
Yes,
63.
the last shot, really, isn't it? Over this ball. Yeah, no problem. And he wouldn't have deserved to if you like, fallen at the last hurdle there. It's been a lovely break.
Well, this is like a duel, isn't it? Who's going to blink first?
69.
Yeah, O'Sullivan looking on. Of course, the red he missed the middle. The cue ball, the red came back into the
71.
3 reds, which were tying up the black, and they were no longer tied up, basically. But he's taken them so well.
74.
Yeah, Gary Wilson was something of a late bloomer in terms of reaching top of the game, but now he's well and truly come of age as a bona fide top player, proving it here
83.
today, refusing to be intimidated by his opponent, by the occasion, in fact relishing it. Made 84 in the last frame.
89.
This black for a clearance of 96. Another fabulous
Gary
break
Wilson, 96
by Gary
on the
Wilson.
break.
What a match we're watching here in Manchester this evening. And we're all square once again, 7 each. He's not just won the frames, he's won them handsomely. Breaks of 84, 96.
O'Sullivan, having looked at the shot, I think he decided that Wilson's safety shot was a good shot. Under his breath, I think that's what he said. It's not left him an easy way back there to where he is now with that cue ball. Very rare you see O'Sullivan play a sort of a nothing shot like that, but he didn't really have anywhere else to go. So maybe another plan for O'Sullivan. He's tried mixing it with Gary Wilson, but he stood up to all that. Will O'Sullivan then try and tie him down now? Will that be the new way of approaching this match for him? He seems to have many ways he can win, O'Sullivan. But Gary Wilson is giving him plenty to think about.
Foul.
Well, that cue ball right in the jaws. I can't think
Gary
that
Wilson, 7.
it's going to be anything but O'Sullivan from playing from back there. It's invited him to play from in there. I suppose it's an invitation. He's got no choice but to accept, really. Not angled, but still no joy playing in there.
Well, it's a really good safety from O'Sullivan, and Wilson's caught that a bit thick and sat down looking a bit concerned. arms folded.
Terrific shot. Good striking. If anything, he played on the blue and he got back too far, I think, with that cue ball. But as was the previous frame, it's going to take some creating to make this into a sizable break. With the high value colours not there.
Four.
Now, is he going to go into them, or is he just trying to pick the reds off with blue and lower value colours? Taking that red brings the black into play to the left corner
9.
after this red is gone.
Ten. $15. $16.
The cue ball took a flyer, I think, off the bunch of reds there. Absolutely zipped back. Not in complete control for once. Now, is he straight enough?
21.
Play his left-handed and hold for the black.
$22.
And there's your answer. He's just not quite getting the right angle on the blues to the next reds in this break, but he's still going.
$27. $28. $35.
I think what he'd like to do here is get an angle on the black just to move the two reds directly above it, which are both not possible where they stand.
36.
Didn't quite have the angle to play that.
43. $44.
Now, he's slightly limited what he can do here because he can get to the left side. There might be one red potable to right corner, the one he's looking at, but nothing else will go. Unless, of course, he's sort of a plant, which I'm not sure there is. I think he's not gone far enough. The
49.
last positional shot, red to blue, was the problem. He was really limited in what he could achieve from it. He knows that the last frame he got a decent lead and Wilson mopped up.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 49.
Yeah, he just overdid the white, didn't he, for the blue initially. So 49, but as you say, we've seen all sorts of clearances from both sides in this match.
Well, yeah, it doesn't feel like a very big lead in a frame which has been played at a furious pace with mostly the balls in open play.
Yeah, I mean, there we are. They're the average shot times. O'Sullivan 18 seconds, Wilson 20. When they've been in and scoring, they've just been on the front foot completely, not showing any hesitation. But of course, the safety equally is important.
Rather a strange shot to play. He may have felt that just playing up the table wasn't all that easy, but I'm not too sure what he played there. There's an edge sticking out. Paul Collier was down the line himself because he might have to replace the balls. No, the green's covering by the looks of things. Unless he plays it with side or whatever. Plain ball, I don't think he can get to a red directly. Yeah, just a bit of left-hand side. You can bend it around the green. But even then, it's going to be check side, so it'd be very difficult if you did play that shot to get the cue ball anywhere down the other end with left-hand side on the ball. If you had a shot to lay up to the two reds just above the arrow next to his name, those two reds, it would be handy. It's a really difficult shot to get that cue ball back. Yeah, he hasn't achieved it. He was in trouble there. O'Sullivan's shot was not to be underestimated, actually, from that previous safety to get behind the green in the first place.
Of course, he had that monster kick earlier tonight, taking no chances, having the cue ball cleaned. 42 to the good, with his chance to retake the lead.
One. Six. Seven.
So 54, the lead.
12.
Two more pots to get to the snooker's required stage.
13.
Just wrestling the initiative back from Gary Wilson, who put together two great frames.
20. 21. $28. Ronnie O'Sullivan,
Well, the
28
snooker
on
down
the
the
frame.
green in the end made a big difference. Gary Wilson left the chance. Ronnie O'Sullivan has done enough. So he is back in front here at 8-7. 8-7
Thank
it
you,
is
the 16th
the
frame.
second times world champion.
Ronnie
Of course, he won
O'Sullivan
the
to break.
first staging of the Tour Championship in 2019. In fact, he won a thrilling semi-final that year against Judd Trump. 10-9 on the black. Great clearance he made to pinch it.
Played it well. Has he got cover on the red? Might be able to play it with a trace of left-hand side and take it round the green and pop the red. Oh dear. That was the one thing he couldn't really control when he was using that side. To play it at a certain pace to make the shot happen. And this part of it, he didn't really have a lot of say in. They have tried to kiss the left-hand red of the bunch and be on the pink.
Black ball.
Nominated black.
Ronnie O'Sullivan 1.
So often you'd see a player nominate something down the other end of the table there. Bolt colour or something to get away, but in hitting the black he's completely nullified any chance of Wilson getting a shot. Yeah, good shot. This is unluckily not quite getting the cover, but he played it ever so well. You can see his intentions. No, he kind of hoped to get the cue ball to a safe space, but the problem is the red followed it. Bit of a loose one there from Gary Wilson for once on that red. When he plays shots with quite a lot of power, the cue does come through very quickly at times. The one time he doesn't seem in the same control with his shots.
5. Yeah, sure. 6.
Once again, attacking
13.
the key red, which was the red on the black spot. Now, very quickly, it's become a very serious chance. And that is the magic of O'Sullivan early on in a break, locating
20.
a ball he has to remove or an area he wants to land in.
21. $28. $29.
Yeah, still sitting with those arms crossed. But also, I suspect his fingers crossed, because we've seen a few frames where either player's got in front and then a chance comes, and you have to be ready, of course, to take it.
Not seen O'Sullivan have the cue ball clean quite as much as he has done tonight. Not bad, but not exactly A1 positionally.
36. $37.
Quite a nice little shot there, because the yellow would have been there had the cue ball strayed onto the cushion. And this looks a bit of a stretch, doesn't it? Goodness me. Black must be easier than that yellow balancing on the table.
I think sometimes players feel when bulk colours sort of end up in those sort of spots, they just shouldn't be there. But as you say, black was the ball.
44. $45.
It's a good shot at making a pretty wide angle out of a just off straight
52.
shot.
$53.
What's the next red from here is the question. It takes some thought. Can he get into the 4 reds from the blue with left hand running side, or is it playing on a single red? All options look something of a challenge. He's finished right in between left corner
58.
and right corner where the cue ball's landed.
Well, you heard the applause. What a wonderful shot. Black to lead by 67 with 67 on. And he's on this red to the middle, which is for 9-7. Another wonderful break, this.
66.
Because we've seen it so often, the danger is you sort of take it for granted a bit, but when you really watch, you see how incredible he is.
$74. $75.
So Wilson put together 2 brilliant frames after the interval, but has been largely shut out since.
Yeah, I mean, Wilson has completely stood up to O'Sullivan tonight and asked him the question.
82.
And at the moment, O'Sullivan is answering those questions It's terrific stuff.
83.
He's had a brilliant season, O'Sullivan. But he's played as well tonight as he has on most of those times when he's lifted titles.
Yeah, I think
90.
what's marked the season is that when he's needed to come good, he has done. And it's happened again here, hasn't it?
91.
He was being put under a little bit of pressure by Wilson, but Gary Wilson, in the last 2 frames, has not potted a ball. Hello. Can clip this red in and go on and make the century. They're shouting, get in. They're shouting, get in. It's not to be. But 97 from Ronnie O'Sullivan. Wonderful break that. And he's on the brink of a place in the Tour Championship final. He leads Gary Wilson in this thrilling match, 9-7. He's 9-7 down. Once again, O'Sullivan has made a move.
Wants that cue ball to slow down. It just about has. It seems like most parts of his game are fully operational tonight. The long game's not bad. The mid-range sort of cueing shots, the break being the one that's never going to disappear, I don't think. And the sort of inventiveness of some of the shots he plays. Worth saying that he did actually play a very important safety shot frame before last in behind the green, which brought about that frame being won.
5.
So as I say, all boxes being ticked.
Six.
So this is his first chance to get it won. And then it'll be up to either Mark Allen or Mark Williams to deny him on Sunday, because they're here all day tomorrow.
Yes, I think he can run this through and be on the black to the opposite corner without hitting the 2 reds, which are next to the black. You'd like to avoid those.
It's okay, Ronnie. 17.
So avoided the reds there, but he'll be moving them
18.
on this shot. Made it look simple, that cannon. He's an artist, isn't he, when he's in amongst them.
25. 26. 33.
Well, could be better on a red, I guess. Got things opened up, so this is another key shot to keep things going. No problem.
34. $37. 38. 45. 46.
I don't think Gary Wilson's done a great deal wrong from 7-all, you know. I think it's more about what Ronnie O'Sullivan has done right. Is he on that red by the pink? Crucially. I think he is. And if this goes in, probably curtains.
Yeah, what a dash for the line this has been. After Wilson so impressively fought back to 7 each from 7-5 down at the interval. You've barely seen him since then.
60.
Well, he
61.
rattled O'Sullivan's cage and was very good in doing so. And he does get beaten. You go to Sheffield as a seeded player with a chance of going well. But he's just run into the irresistible force of O'Sullivan.
67.
Who's responded to a terrific crowd, a great venue, and a wonderful tournament.
68.
It's been a terrific match day, isn't it?
It really has. It really has. But here's the difference between Ronnie O'Sullivan and every other player.
75.
He's not chasing greatness. He is greatness. They're all chasing
76.
him still, after all these years. First ranking title, the 93 UK Championship. His second was April the 7th, 1994, the British Open. And on Sunday, 30 years to the day, he'll be looking to win his 42nd.
81.
A career
82.
without limits and seemingly without end.
$88. 89. 96.
What a finish.
97.
In true O'Sullivan style. He's won it with a century. He's third of the day, and what a day it's been. Gary Wilson has played his part
102.
in a wonderful match, but from 7 each. He barely had a look in.
104.
It's going to be a 64th ranking final for Ronnie O'Sullivan on Sunday.
Yeah, I mean, there were one or two
107.
incidents in the matches, earlier frames, but I don't think it's got anything to do with this result. Gary Wilson, I think, has accepted it all in good grace. He's been beaten by the better player, so none of that matters.
111.
What matters is what we've watched. It's been a fantastic game of snooker, this. It's why we love the game for nights like this.
116.
So this incredible season continues for Ronnie O'Sullivan as he targets a 6th title.
122.
It's up to either Mark Allen or Mark Williams to stop him now. Gary Wilson did his best. But what a finish. Crowd on their feet here in Manchester. 129 clearance from Ronnie O'Sullivan. He marches into the Tour Championship final in fine style. He's won a terrific match here by 10 frames to 7.